Let me start out by saying out loud what I just said to him quietly, and that is thank Mike LaHare for all the great work that he has done here over the many, many years, and thanks for hosting this. I should also thank Bob Bowman and his staff, Zev Duria, and a whole host of other folks who have been involved in this. And my mind is kind of zooming back in time sequence here, and thank Bob for convincing me that mayors getting involved in marketing to companies, and especially in the foreign marketplaces where companies are looking at developing new technology, and we have a lot of the skill sets, a lot of the skilled workforce that really makes it easier for companies, many of them, to come here and locate and have their base of operations. And then, if I'm starting with thank you, I might as well go ahead and thank all of the company officials of ICS and TSI. You're going to hear more about those, and much of the detail is in your press release here. But I want to thank them for their commitment to the city of Akron and for coming here and investing their money here. And I want to go back now and have you think back with me. I was not thinking very much about international marketing of our community. We were sort of focused on trying to do things and fixing things here without having a vision of what the possibility was. And Bob Bowman was at the Chamber and learned many years working in a couple of other places that it would be important for the city of Akron to commit to working with the Chamber directly in recruiting businesses. And I didn't know for sure that we would have the success we've had, but I think it's now 29 European companies that have moved here, employing over 2,000 people. And if I were to take the remote and flashback, Dave will tell me the exact number of years, but 100 and some years, it was a group of business people, small group, who helped recruit somehow, the story's sort of lost, a gentleman named Benjamin Franklin Goodrich. And we are literally in a building that was part of the B.F. Goodrich complex. Most people in Akron are second or third generation, maybe fourth, and they don't know the history that Benjamin Franklin Goodrich wasn't just a good old Akron guy that grew up here and all the rubber industry, we did it ourselves. No, he was a physician who bought a rubber company and moved it from New York City, which took longer by train to get to Akron, Ohio than it did our visitors from Israel probably to get on a plane and fly here. But that was the beginning of the rubber industry here. And I don't think it takes too much of an imagination or an understanding of our civilization now to think that one of these two companies, maybe both of them, with other companies here sharing technology, working, could not be the next Benjamin Franklin Goodrich that starts a new industry here that skyrockets and employs even more of our people. But clearly, as you heard Mike say, with the 47 companies that are located here, hiring over 250 some individuals here in their startup companies, this is an important part of our overall strategy of recruiting people here with technology, new ideas, inventions, and then using that to see our employment base grow here, provide jobs for our people. I would argue that there's not a mayor in this country that doesn't understand that. I brag when I'm with them. We just do it a lot better than most of them. But it's the result of a lot of people working together, including Mike. Well, government never used to work this way. The light bulb went off in my head that this would be a good opportunity for our city. And so we invested $500,000. The citizens here, the business community, thanks to Joe Canfer and a number of others, Zev Duria and others, put together another $1 million or so, and we created this organization that legally could invest in this Target Tech incubator. I was convinced that that in and of itself was a great move. What I didn't realize, and I don't think any of us did, was the tremendous amount of publicity we would get in Israel, obviously, and that other companies would be interested in taking advantage of the opportunities we were providing in the future, 3 or 4 years down the road, for companies graduating from Target Tech. Here, this afternoon, we have 2 of those companies that have been in discussions literally since the beginning of our involvement with Target Tech, who are not graduates of Target Tech, who, because of other information that we provided, understood that this was a great launching pad for their business here in the United States. and I always have to do this, I guess. There are right-wingers out there, and there's probably left-wingers out there. I don't know, they're both extremes, and sometimes they make the same argument that, you know, geez, these foreign companies coming here. Well, we have an open marketplace. And I would ask anybody, no matter what their political affiliation, isn't it better to have these high-technology companies providing jobs in Akron, Ohio, than in South Carolina, or Alabama, or Mississippi? I would argue yes, and strongly argue that this has been a good investment, and we're already reaping the benefits from it. And that's what our international marketing has been all about.